Hello, sixth graders. Um, it's hard to believe, but we only have 2 weeks of classes left. Think about that. Um, but it's still very important that you continue to do your very best until the end, okay? Make sure you're keeping up with your lessons because all of your assignments are due on May 22nd, okay? All right. And the next couple weeks, I'm going to be skipping around a little bit. So don't worry if you see that I may be skipping a lesson. I'm intending to do that sometimes. Okay. All right. Well, today we're on lesson 102, and we're going to talk about mass and weight. So it's a little different kind of lesson today. I am on page 551 in your book. And as we talk about mass and weight, in the metric system, um, we have what we call milligrams, grams, and kilograms. Now, a milligram. If you ever had to take a little pill for medicine or something before, and it may be just like that. And how I'm doing this is I'm getting my fingers together as close as I can get them without them touching. That would be like a milligram. Okay? That's how small it is. A gram would be like a paper clip. Okay? So if you have any paper clips at home, that would be about 1 gram. Okay? So it doesn't weigh very much at all. Okay? And then your math book would be about a kilogram. Okay? So weighs a lot more than a paper clip or something very tiny like a little pill. Okay? So those are the three measurements in the metric system. Then we have, and up here I have 1,000 milligrams, like those little tiny pills. It would take me 1,000 of those little tiny pills to equal 1 gram, which is about what a paper clip weighs. Okay? And then, remember, a paper clip is 1 gram. So if I had 1,000 paper clips, that would equal about 1 kilogram. So it would take me about 1,000 of these paper clips to equal the weight of my book. Okay, that just kind of gives you an idea about those measurements in the metric system. Okay, now let's look at our U.S. system. Most of the time in the United States, we use the U.S. customary system. Okay, 16 ounces is a pound. Okay, now you say an ounce. What is 1 ounce? Well, if you had a letter that you were going to mail, or like an envelope that you get in the mail that has a letter in it. Okay, we get letters and statements and things from our church sometime in an envelope, and it's an envelope with one piece of paper in it. Okay, that would be about 1 ounce. So it would take 16 of these envelopes with letters in them to equal 1 pound. Okay, all right, and it would take 2,000 pounds to equal 1 ton. Okay, so that's just some equivalent measurements there. Okay, now let me do an example with you. If we had, let me write this down, 2 kilograms is how many grams? Okay, well, look up here. We have 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams, but it says if we have 2 kilograms, how many grams is it? Well, if we have 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams, and if we have 2 kilograms, wouldn't it be 2,000 grams? Okay, and sometimes it helps to have these things in front of you when you're answering questions like that, because then you can look at it while you're trying to figure out the answer. So these are things that you'll probably want to have in your flip chart as well. Okay, now let me do something with our U.S. customary measurements. I'm going to teach you how to add and subtract measurements in the U.S. customary system. Okay, if I have, let's see, 7 pounds, 12 ounces, plus 2 pounds, 6 ounces. Okay, we're going to add those two together. Okay? All right. First thing we're going to do is add like we normally do. Okay? It's going to be ounces here. 12 plus 6 is 18. Here it's going to be pounds. 7 plus 2 is 9. So we got 9 pounds, 18 ounces, sorry. But we want to simplify that the best we can. Now, there's 16 ounces in a pound. This is more than 16 ounces, right? So we want to take 16 ounces out of that. So we're going to subtract that out. That'll leave us with 2 ounces. But see, we took 16 ounces as a pound. We took a whole pound off of that. So we've got to add that pound we took off over here. So we got to add the 1 pound. So now we've got 10 pounds, 2 ounces is our answer. 10 pounds, 2 ounces. This example's in your book also, but you may need to look at, watch this video again, okay? But that's how you add measurements like that. Now let me show you how to subtract measurements, okay? And get the one for subtraction. If we have 9 pounds, 10 ounces, and we're going to subtract 7 pounds, 12 ounces. Okay, so this time we're subtracting. Well, if I have 10, I can't take away 12, can I? So I'm going to have to borrow 1 pound. So if I borrow 1 from the 9, it becomes an 8. But I borrowed a whole pound, didn't I? Because these are pounds. How many ounces are in a pound? 16 ounces are in a pound. So we have to take the 10 and add our 16 ounces to it, which will give us 26 ounces. So now I'll take my 26 minus 12. So 6 minus 2 is 4. 2 minus 1 is 1. So we got 14 ounces there. And then for pounds, 8 minus 7 is 1. So that's our final answer. 1 pound, 14 ounces. Okay? All right. Don't let that trip you up. It's kind of neat, but you do need this in front of you. And these, again, these examples are in your book. Okay? And once you have done your lesson practice, send me those answers. Have a great day.